Hey everyone, in this video I will show you how to get started with bookings with Wix, or just how to actually set up your bookings or how to actually activate them within your Wix website. I'm not going to go into much detail here for the whole entire booking thing. I will just show you the like how to get started, and then I will just show you the basics, and then you can go ahead and configure everything else to your liking, because if I just cover everything, it will take over an hour, and I just want to make this video as short and as simple as possible, but at the same time show you exactly what you need to do. So let's actually get started here. To get started, you go ahead and open up your website or the website editor. So let me just do that real quick, and then you will need to install an application within Wix, the editor, that is. So let's just give it a sec until it works. There you go. It's just an example page for these kinds of videos, so don't worry about that. But what you need to do once you are in the editor page, the editor, you go ahead and go to your apps here, add apps, and go ahead and search for bookings. It should be in the top um, search thing here, but if you don't find it, just type in bookings and just hit enter, and you should find many apps here to use, but I will just be using the Wix Bookings application, which is obviously from Wix. So you can just click on that and just click on add to site. Now it's just going to do its thing. It's just going to install it to our website, and we should be ready to go in a few seconds. So I'm just going to be showing you exactly. You can see already it's doing work. Like you can see the bag thingy here on the top right. Like I was saying, I'm just going to be explaining what you can change and what you can do with the Wix Bookings app that we have just created. So I suggest that you close out of this menu that they show up for you right now. We don't really need it, but you can see here they already give us some sample services that we can just choose from. We don't want to change things from here. It can get a little bit complicated to start changing from the site editor. But now that we have installed the application, you just can go back to your dashboard right there. So we can just go to our dashboard where we should find two more options or new options here. We've got the booking services, which was not a thing, and we've got the booking calendar. And now here they obviously give you samples here to choose from, but you can obviously either edit them to suit your needs, or you can just delete them if they don't suit what you like, what you want. But what you can do is basically hover. If you here have appointments, class, course, so depending on what kind of service you are going to offer. So let's say you want to offer a class, so you can just go ahead and click on start from scratch, and you can also again delete the previous ones, but let's actually just start from scratch. And once we click on that, it will give us this menu here where we will need to set up our service. So here you go ahead and name your service. So example service. So it's a class, so obviously you will need to keep that in mind. What did I just do? Oh, okay. I kind of missed that. So here service type is class, like we said, but here service details is the name, and then if you want to add an image to it, you can do so. Tagline is just going to if you want to add a tag, and then description, obviously, just to let the clients know what this booking is about. Now let's actually start from the right side here, where the overview. Here you can obviously make it visible or not visible depending on what you want, and then category here you can also adjust it if you want to add a new one, and then you can also work on your SEO here. Now let's go back to the actual nitty gritty here. So once you add an image name and that kind of stuff, you can edit the participants, how many participants are allowed. So you can just put up to 20 maybe instead of 50. You can change that. And then the pricing and payment is going to be just fully up to you and what you are expected to do with your booking. So is it per session? Is it different with a plan? Or is it both? So per session and with a plan is going to be different for people with the plan. You can just make it per session, and then you can just either put a fixed price. You can have that there's no fee for the booking, or you can just have custom price, vary price, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be down to you and what you want for it. So I'm just going to put it free for this example, and again, it's going to be up to you. Now, locations here is going to be dependent on you as well. If this booking is for a specific place and location, you can just edit that. Or if it's a video conference and you don't really need the location, you can just click on that and save and continue. And I believe you will need to be adding your Zoom. Yep, you will need to be adding your Zoom account to make that happen. So I'm not just going to do that right now, but I'm just going to show you. So you can either do this or that. Obviously, if it's a video, you don't really need to add a location because it's just going to be online. And now here you can add sessions booked and stuff. And if you want to just make it a little bit nicer, you can add images as well, a cover image and that kind of stuff. So these settings are going to be down to how you want the booking to be. And I can't really just decide for you. I'll just show you around. You can just save it after you're done, and it's actually going to be a part of your services now. It's going to be listed as well, depending on whether you made it visible on your website or not. And then we go ahead and go to the booking calendar. We can actually here set up the staff that are going to be responsible for the bookings. So we can just add new staff member, and we can add their name, the description about them, their email or phone number, or both, and also a picture of the person. And we can set up the working hours for this specific staff member. You can add multiple staffs, by the way, it's not just one. However, here you will need to have the working times matching the working times within settings, which I will get to in a sec. So after you add your staff member, you just click on save and it should be done. So this is how to add your staff members. If we go here, you obviously will have your calendar view, which will show you like bookings ahead and stuff. It's just basically a calendar, and you can also connect Google calendars to it and stuff, and just makes things a lot easier. Now, what else? Here are going to be the booking lists and stuff. It's all within down here. But I want to go ahead and cover the settings, where we can go to booking settings here. Within booking settings, we have a few things that we can work around with. So we've got the default hours, which are going to be, like I said, the working hours. Ignore the Arabic letters here. It's just going to be PM or AM, basically. And here you can just set it up the way you like, and this is going to be the one that actually takes place. So if you have a staff member with a specific working hours that is not listed in here, it's not going to show up. So whatever goes here from the settings tab works. So keep that in mind. Now that's for the default hours, and then you've got plenty more. You can edit a booking form. You can create one, or you can just customize a form. Here you can just add all the information about the everything really here. Okay, and then we've got plenty of stuff to work with these settings. I'm not going to go through all of them. Like I said, it's going to take a lot of time, but here are going to be self-explanatory for the settings part of it. So now we just set up our services. Now you can obviously edit or add more services to it. It's up to you. It's just your own world, and you can obviously set up the settings for them. But now if we go to our website again, let's go to edit site, we should find, I should have added an image to it just in case, just to make it easier to find the service that we added. But either way, it's going to be in there. So let's just give it some time. And you can obviously later on just go to the pages and menus and edit the bookings menu to be within the rest of the header menu and stuff. It's going to be down to you really. So here, if we go to pages and menu, you can see if we go to booking pages, it just creates all of those for you, where you can just go to service page. And if we go to the service page, it should show up the sample pages. Oh, and also it should have the one that we have just created. Hold on just a sec. Okay, hold on. Let me just go back to pages and menu. Here is going to be the service page. Book online is going to be a different page, and I believe this is going to have our service. Yeah, it's going to be in here. This is the service that we have just created. Again, if you upload an image, it's going to be much better and easier, and obviously they can just click on book now, and it should be again, it's going to be dependent on the settings that you have just set up. It's not going to be the same for everyone. It's just how you set things up for it. And you can obviously go ahead to pages and menus and go to your settings here, where you can just hide it if you want and change the layout and stuff here for both book online and obviously the rest of the pages here. And you also got the cart page for the bookings and stuff. You can remove it, you can keep it, it's up to you. So I hope this video just showed you how to get started with bookings. I think I just covered most of the basic things. Again, the rest is going to be down to your preference and how you want to set it up. It's all within the settings, it's all within the pages. It's nothing complicated. And also, one more thing before I leave, actually, just to feel like I mentioned everything, you can also have automations for it. So if you click on automations and create a new automation, you should find for bookings. Let's see, bookings. Start from scratch. Let's start from scratch. If we start from scratch, we should find this Wix Bookings. It should be available, and we can actually automate all of those things. We can so when a session booked, what happens if a booking has been canceled, same goes here. So you've got plenty to work with when it comes to automations, and you can just activate them, and it's just going to make your life much more easier. I hope this video helped you out to get started with your bookings, and that's all I have for you today. So thanks for watching, guys.